let's adjust this. Okay. Alright, what's up everybody? It's Andrew Joel Hunter here, and welcome back to another video review. And today we are doing the Ninja Megazord from My Morphin Power Rangers Season 3. Now, this was the first mecha in Season 3, which composed of the... Sorry about that, I'm trying to get it adjusted. Which were the wolf, the frog, the ape, the crane, and the bear. Alright, let's look at these Zords individually. We'll start off with the leader, or not really the leader, just the Ape Zord. Now, this really doesn't look like an ape. It looks more like a man wearing armor. Here's a little close-up of his head. Yeah, it's a little tiny bit creepy, but at least it's not terrifying. He's got some nice chrome on here. Now, the main difference, now, on the Japanese mold, these swords were chrome instead of this flimsy, kind of brownish plastic. I hope these swords don't suffer from gold plastic syndrome. That would have been terrible. Now, you can remove these swords, and these are obviously not show accurate because on the color wasn't this. It was red and white. I mean, the main color was white, but then it had red trimming around it. And these swords can fit in his hands. Although they fit in his hands rather loosely. Now they can combine. Now see these little clips that this would focus. These little clips are going to go in these little slots. And, oh, I did it the wrong side. And then you get this little double-sworded thing. Except you have to, if you wanted to hold into his hand, you have to, hold on. Yeah, the one of the issues, this could be just my figure, but this does not fit in his hand that well. It's very flimsy. Now, as for his articulation, he can rotate the arms, and that's it. I mean, you can make his arms go back and forth, but that's just for transformation purposes only. You can make him into an Oompa Loompa, but that's just for transformation. Alright, that's the ape. It's not the best Zord, it just doesn't look like an ape. Now on to the Bear Zord. Now this is the second biggest Zord. No. If you look for a Ninja Megazord off eBay, one part that is usually missing from the set is this little piece. I'm trying to get it off. Yeah, this piece is very. I don't know why I did that. Now this is this piece is pretty common to lose. Well, the main parts that are usually missing from this set are the ape's swords, both of its fist covers, usually the ape's fist cover or the wolf's fist cover, and I think that's it. Or sometimes it'll be missing the crane Zord, which is one crucial part for the Megazord mode. Now, if you want it to be show accurate, you just put it underneath. Now, as for articulation, the mouth can open and close. The front legs move back and forth a little bit. The back ones do move, but that's just for transformation purposes only. Now, he can't store the fist covers. You could store up on his butt and underneath. The problem is the ape's fist doesn't lock in place. It's a very loose fit. So yeah. Now overall, the Bear Zord is a pretty good Zord. Now on to the Wolf Zord. Now, this is a pretty cool Zord. I will admit that. It's sleek, and it's just cool to look at. And it has a pretty good posability. Articulation, the mouth can open and close. The front legs can go back and forth. The front legs can go forward and backwards. The tail can go all the way in, but that's just for transformation. And that's really about it. But what's weird is, I'm trying to wonder why it has a big circle. In fact, let me check. I'm guessing that's so you could hold the Shogun Megazord's sword, which he had in the movie. Now, if you saw the movie, the Ninja Megazord looked horrible. It was back in 90 CG, and it was smaller, and it was just very weak. So this Zord is pretty...
I need your...
on the video.
Yeah, but it's about a Zord. It doesn't really matter.
Whatever.
Whatever. Oh my god. Make sure you charge your phone for tomorrow.
I know.
Ew.
Sorry about that. My mom was barging in. So this Zord is pretty cool. Now on to the best one, the Frog Zord, which is awesome. This is the biggest Zord. Well, mainly in its legs. It just looks cool to look at. I mean, he could breathe fire, and he just looks like he's about to mess you up. And he has the most articulation. The front legs can go back and forth. He has a little foot movement. The back legs have the most. You can make him hop around in the city, kind of like the movie, like. I don't know why, but in the movie, I always felt like it was missing the front legs. Most of the time, you don't see the front legs. I feel like it was just the back legs. So yeah, the frog is the best out of the set. And last but not least, the smallest is the crane. Now the crane Zord is not technically show accurate because in the show this wasn't pink, it was a dark red. Well, that's because this was from Calculator Ranger originally. So they made some American decisions, which I don't know why they did that. Now as for articulation, the head can tilt up and down. The neck joint kind of, you can make it go up and down, but you don't want to expose it too much because it'll expose the face. And the wings can go back like that. So there's not much to talk about this Zord, except that it's small and simple. Now on to the transformation, which is very fun. We'll start off with the Frog Zord. Now the Frog Zord, you just have to extend its legs until they're completely straight. Alright, he's starting to get tall. We gotta raise this up a teeny bit. Okay. Now take. Alright, I'm gonna have to get up. Now take the little front flippers and bring them down. And then bring the frog section down so you hear a click. And you kind of pretty much got 50% of the Megazord body. Now take the Bear Zord. You want to take out the little fist covers. And then you could leave it in the mouth, but in the show, it was shown in this little piece was shown in its mouth. Now take the Bear Zord, put the arms in, and then pretty much just.
This one?
Yes. All right. Just put the whole Bear Zord in there, and then bring the legs up until these little barrel cannons are showing. And then it just slides in place. Well, not slides. There's a... Hold on, let me show this. Show this real quick. There's a little clip in here, and the little slot in here. And then there are two clips right here. And that's just gonna... hold on. That's just gonna clip in place. And it's a very tight fit, which is nice. Now he's starting to get tall. Again, we'll just... And then take the Wolf Zord, fold up the front legs, pretty much fold up the legs, put the tail forward, and then take this little fist cover, and then he's a spaceship now. Now attach it to the arm. Alright, it's looking good. And then take the Ape Zord. The swords don't go anywhere, you just leave them off to the side. And then you transform him like a Shogun Zord. Just fold the arms in this little compartment, and now he's an armless Zord. And then just compact him. And remember, do not lose this piece. If you lose it, he has an ape's head as a hand. So we can't have that. And it just slides right in here. Yeah. And then take the Crane Zord, fold the head up, then put the wings back, and then he just taps in place. And there you have the Ninja Megazord. it's a pretty cool Zord. I mean, it's a very awesome looking Zord. This is one of my favorite Megazords because it just looks cool to look at, and he looks like he's about to mess someone up. I mean, you do not want to mess with this guy. He will punch you. He will get you either from his wolf hand or his ape hand, and I don't have the Falcon Zord, but the Falcon Zord can attach here. And when I get him, I'll do a review on him and do a little follow-up video. Well, not really. Now, as for his articulation, sadly, he doesn't have that much. The arms can rotate 360, and that's really about it. The head doesn't move. Well, the legs, kind of. You can't say he has knees, but he does have ankles, so that's pretty cool. So, there's not really much to talk about this Megazord, so I guess I could just wrap it up. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it, and don't ask for FNAF because I'm taking a break from it. I'll explain more in the next video, right after I upload this. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye. And don't forget to hit the bell for all notifications.